So this is another video I'm giving a test to. It's to show the new Prime Illustrated Axel medal. I do have the 7-star, what a shocker, right? But I decided to give it a test instead of like putting anything on it. So I went ahead and slapped it on my Dark Gnaw, as you can see here. What you can see is there's nothing on there except this cost went down. I did not put any chips, mainly because I have hardly none. Ordales, no skill, and not a single trait, and this is the 7-star. Sadly, I had to mercy that one, but whatever. It is what it is. So I figured I'd give this a shot because it says it reduces the target's defense by the reversed defense by 7. It's the first medal, I believe, that has that for us US players or global players. So I figured let's do that and then focus on damage after the fact. And well, it worked out much better than I expected, but at the same time, holy cow. So I decided to roll this setup just for the heck of it. I used my really crappy Reku replica because, well, he's tier 8. That's a huge multiplier, 230%. Plus that 60 would be 290. Figured it might as well. Here's my Sephiroth. I would end up using him as the main damage, but I would put him in the slot 6, but I decided he'd be better off right there. And I'm using this one just for the fact that I got that AP Lux attack boost thing on, and it most of the time it does proc at least one of the 2 times that I get to use it, so it was worth getting this. So I figured I'd go in there with that, as well as using Wander's Lexaeus, just because it's got that awesome, triple raid debuff. Triple raids, and then of course max both of those 2. So I mean, that's a pretty sweet raiding medal. And even though this is completely magic, this is a complete power setup. So let's show you what it can do. If I remember correctly, it's on auto battle. Yep. And I don't know if it's for you guys as well, but if you know... Oh, never mind. Some of my screen was distorted when I was playing this earlier, but it looks like I fixed it. Where it shows you that big old shiny 190 bonus % right there, I would see only the 1. But everything else was fine. Yes, that is 23 million against a magic. Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, holy cow. I think the first time I did this just for fun, it actually procced out at 24 or 25 million just for that single hit. Thought that was pretty cool. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how to get my AP back up so I can use that Axel again, because as you can see, it's what it is. 270 is still a good percentage, but still. 20 million at the end, and I still single it out. I figured that was a good show. So even though this has no chips, no Dales, no skill, no traits on its own at 120, it still does those debuffs and everything. It's just fantastic. So hopefully you guys got to see what at least this raid was all about. My usual raid that I do, I'm not going to do it here, but I'll show you, is that I use this first slot. And it still does the exact same effect, except it doesn't use that Axel, obviously, and I still use Wander. And I finish the guy probably by the time I get to Sephiroth himself. I've been toying around with different setups, and it's a hit or miss. So, I mean, if you guys got a better suggestion, please let me know. That way I can try to figure this out better. But at the same time, this is what I got for the moment. Oh, and before I forget, here's the sub slots that I have. It's every single power metal that I have used, and every single slot possible. So I know there's work to be done, at least with this Keyblade. But when it comes to my primary, Fairy Stars, as you can see, sub slot of 44. That is every single metal all the way up to slot 45, and I still need reverse magic. I mean, I just had 3 in a row before I get to this one. And I decided I might as well put in all the other medals that I could. So here's all of the medals. The reason those 2 are sitting there is because I've filled every single upright speed or reverse speed, whatever, to this point. There is not a single another speed slot that I haven't filled already with all these other medals. And then here's all the magic. No, it's not where the magic happens. Ha ha. So as you can see, I still have a lot to go, but at 0.287, that is still a fantastic blade. I just need a bunch more stuff, obviously. And of course, you know, nothing's final, so I can always mess around with it later, but for the time being, this is what I'm looking at for Fairy Stars. Once I can figure out how to work a good raid out of this, then I'll do so, but until then, that is that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed.